good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use. And today, Dr. Umar Johnson is trying his best to become the next Kevin Samuels after hating on Kevin Samuels. But I got real big proof of this. So guys, let's get into the video.
It's important for a black woman to evaluate how much a potential mate respects black womanhood. Does he respect black womanhood? Because see, for some men, you are nothing but a vagina.
Like you, right? I'm just gonna be real. This is what you do, Umar. Like, remember the conscious stripper? Booty clapping sounds! And you was hitting that and you don't want to talk about that, no? That's all right. Let's go.
For some men, you are nothing but a vagina. See, we live in a society ruled by the Neanderthal that has sexually
Okay.
objectified the woman as an entity. We live in a society ruled by the Neanderthal that has sexually objectified the woman. And a lot of black men have been victimized by that. We have been brainwashed and indoctrinated by that. Gangster rap has played a very big role in teaching black boys to sexually objectify the black woman. So when you get with a man who you're interested in, you have to see if he can value you beyond the physical. Can he value you beyond the physical? Can he value you beyond the physical?
Do you value them with beyond the cash apps? Can I get a ooh sound effect? I'm just being petty. Let's go, Umar. Here's where the Kevin Samuels about to come in a minute, guys. So just stay with me.
Now, some women, because you're stunningly attractive, some women.
Can I get a dun 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 sound effect?
Because you're stunningly beautiful, some women, because you are overwhelmingly pretty, you think it's okay to get in a relationship with a man who only values your physical. But what you fail to realize, how you look at 25, you will not look at 35.
Whoa, that sounds like The Wall, doesn't it? That sounds pretty red pill, Manosphere, Kevin Samuels type of stuff, doesn't it? Let's continue more.
35. How you look at 35, you will not look at 45.
Fact.
How you look at 45, you will not look at 55.
Fact.
And how you look at 55, you will not look at 65.
Fact.
So if you settle for a relationship with a man who only values you based on how you look, sooner or later, you will be reduced to second, or you will be dropped altogether.
That sounds, give him a round of applause, please. That sounds very red pillish, Kevin Samuels talking points, Manosphere. Sounds like what we've been saying a long time. That if you don't bring anything other to the table than your physicality, and you don't have those other qualities that, women get so mad about when Cam Newton talks about it, like being feminine, understanding your role in a relationship, able to cater to your man, cook, and all those things. So when you sort of talk about those things, people get mad. But you see women all the time, like, just throw up some Instagram models. They're very vain, how they look, OnlyFans models. This is what they're, this is what they're dealing in. But, fortunately, as they get older, they don't look like that anymore. They're starting to hit what is called the wall, and then they get demoted. The phone doesn't ring as much. But when Kevin Samuels says this, then Umar Johnson calls him a beta male YouTubian. But and what they're both saying is right, okay? and women understand that it's right. But why does he get mad when he's saying the same thing to black women and Kevin Samuels is saying it, I believe, in almost the same tonality? Because they're both coming with a direct, and there's a problem when Kevin Samuels, somebody in the black manosphere, or somebody in the manosphere, or some male in the black community says, then he's a beta male. But God Almighty Umar Johnson can say this, and it's completely okay. Let's continue.
The worst thing for a woman to do is to be content being valued by the way she looks. Now, we know teenage girls, they into that. It's a growing phase, right? They're young, they're beautiful. They're going to be beautiful for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Okay? A 21-year-old, she'll get away with that for good 10 years, maybe even 20, right? But if you're 35, you're not getting away with that for 20 years. So why even enter into that type of relationship?
So let's bring up the average at best video. Play it in the background. This woman was 35 years old or something like that, looking for a high value man. And Kevin Samuels and Umar Johnson saying the same thing, like, hey, your beauty is not really there. And if you're beautiful at 35, you understand what I'm saying? You have to have something more to bring to the table other than your looks for beautiful and non-beautiful women. And she had a child at the time, the average at best video. But they're saying the same things, really in equal tonality, if you ask me. But here's where it gets worse, guys. Check this out.
Why even do it to yourself? Why even do it for yourself?
Preach.
Now,
preach, brother.
Another problem black women have, and I know I'm going to upset some of my sisters when I say this.
Can I get a dun 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 sound effect?
And I know I'm going to upset some of my sisters when I say this. But I'm going to keep it real. Because when you read the For Sisters Only book, I'm going to keep it real.
Stop the shop. He had it as though he gonna, get the For Sisters Only book. What about a book on how to build that goddamn school and how to keep that goddamn school open with your scamming ass? How about that book? You haven't written it yet, huh? Oh, I know. Let's go.
Stop hoeing around all through your 20s.
Oh!
Stop hoeing around all through your 30s.
Oh!
You give your 20s to the street Negroes.
Oh!
You give your 30s to the pretty boys. They use you up, dog you out. Now you're in your 40s and nobody's jumping to marry your ass. And so now you're saying it ain't no good black men. No. There's plenty of good black men. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. The problem is you gave your best years to men who didn't deserve it. And now you see your biological clock is ticking and your beauty clock. See, you got a biological clock, how long you can have those babies, and you got a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good.
Reaction room! Man, he's cooking with fish grease with no salt and no pepper. But goddamn, don't he sound like Kevin Samuels? I mean, this jigger is going hard in the streets, right? I mean, like, damn, he really coming after black women like he the police. But damn, Umar, is it only okay if you say it? Because, you Big Papa, you the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Hotep, give me some African music. Hotep, brother. No, give me some African drums. Hotep Shazabay. Yeah, only you can say that. But the issue is that you get mad at somebody else who said it and you start hating on them. That's what makes you a buster.
A biological clock, how long you gonna have them babies, and a beauty clock, how long you gonna be looking good. And guess what? When you hit those 40s, don't get me wrong, black don't crack, but everybody declines. Black don't crack, but everybody starts to decline at some point. Black don't crack. The black woman keeps it together better than any other woman because you're the original woman. You're God's first human being. But don't get it twisted. Everybody's going to decline. And all I'm saying to black women, not all of you, I'm not saying if you're 40 and single, you hold around from 20 to 40. I'm not saying that. And hoeing around is just a metaphor for being out there dating the wrong guys. I'm not saying you a hoe. I'm not saying you sleeping around. I'm not saying you running around flapping the loosey-goosey all over the ghetto. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm not saying you're the loosey-goosey ghetto girl. I'm not calling you the loosey-goosey ghetto girl.
Right.
What I'm saying
Right.
is a lot of you waste the whole decade of your 20s dating men you know ain't gonna marry you, but because they fine, they handsome, they popular, you give them your whole 20s. Then you get in your 30s.
Stop right there. Then with somebody like me who you didn't want, you know what I mean? When I was in your 20s with you, then I get rich! I don't even want your ass. Because now I'm trying to date somebody that's like 25, 26. You know what I mean? I'm 41 now. I don't even want you no more. You know what I mean? Because, you know, all we going to be doing is talking about who had the best mixtape, E40 or Too Short. I don't want you no more. I want somebody around that age. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I got a little bit of money and I need to be buying some sandals for some of these pretty young things. But I'm just being real. Like, then the guys that you guys didn't want don't want you no more. Then you get mad and say, ain't no good black men. But sounds really Kevin Samuels to me. Real black manosphere to me, real red pill to me, don't it? But beta male YouTubians, because only Umar Johnson has a license to talk about black women. But guys, that's my time. Fair use is done. It's been real, it's been interesting. I'm one of the realest in these streets. Peace out, guys. Subscribe, hit the bell. We out.